Welcome to an experience similar to ones that you've had before. Yes, another podcast featuring a couple of guys who think that they're funny. Two men, one microphone. This is Spoiled Rotten Movies.
Through.
Hey, just to let you know, we
yeah.
were muted that entire time.
Oh, hey everybody!
Yeah. Hey everybody!
What's up?
How you doing?
We're gonna restart this, I guess.
My bad.
What's going on?
I'm
Welcome to the
Darablet.
podcast.
Yeah.
We were muted.
Woo.
We're so silly us.
My apologies.
Well, I was telling you a story, and I'm gonna start the story
Yes.
over because we were kind of towards the beginning, even though I was dragging on. So
it was your birthday.
Things happened this weekend. It was my birthday.
Yeah, it was your
and
birthday.
Me and the wife went out for the first time in a while, since the whole COVID thing started.
Right.
And birthday Zane got a little silly.
Oh, you got a little silly?
Had some impaired judgment.
Uh-huh.
And sober Zane has been a vegetarian for the last 2.5, almost 3 years.
You ate meat?
Silly Zane. He ordered himself a pepperoni pizza with extra pepperoni.
Oh no.
That's why you saw me holding the cup up. I was like, let's get that cousin Vinny sponsor. Let's get that Vinny sponsor, yo. If you guys know anybody at cousin Vinny's, let me know. Dude, let me tell you what. The only meat I miss at all is pepperoni.
Yeah.
No questions asked. Pepperoni pizza. It's the only thing I miss about not being vegetarian.
Wow.
And it's enough to almost have turned me. Like, drunk me would have ate a lot more pepperoni. Like, he'd been like, we already broke the rules. Let's do it anyways.
Yeah.
But it was fantastic. I was moaning at the taste of my pizza.
Sounds about right.
It's fantastic. Pepperoni is so good.
Yeah, absolutely.
How about you? What'd you do this weekend, my man?
Oh man, I did a lot of nothing. And it
Yeah.
was great.
Yeah.
It was great. Yeah.
There you go. You have a day job. I do the stay at home thing in the daytime. I'm like, God, that sounds awful. Let's go do something. But man, I'm glad you got a chance to relax.
Yeah, I got to see some pretty good movies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of a good one that I watched while I was.
I'll tell you about a bad one I watched.
Yeah, what's that?
Once again, taking advantage of your Disney Plus membership you gave me.
You're welcome.
Tron Legacy.
Not good. Man, no, not at all.
Not good. I remember watching this when it came out, and I was like, "Oh, it looks so good." It's like, I was like, I liked it. And I watched it again with my wife the other night, and we were like, "That's bad. That was really bad."
Yeah, it's a bad movie.
Tron, like the original Tron,
right?
But I know what that looks like, and I know it doesn't look good. It might be good, but it doesn't look good. But it was the 80s, so we give them a pass.
Right. Man, I'm excited about this movie. Oh, whoa! Did you watch any trailers?
I watched the trailer. I did.
Yeah.
They're popping back up in the world.
Ooh.
I watched a trailer for a movie. People who did, if you didn't see or listen to our podcast for Fantasy Island, Blumhouse production.
Blumhouse.
Coming out with another scary movie. But I think they did Invisible Man too.
That was a good one.
Like Invisible Man was super good. Like they're like hit or miss, man.
They're
Blumhouse is either like really, really good or like awful. I know a lot of people really like the Insidious movies.
Mm-hmm.
You like the Insidious movies? Yeah, that's how I feel about them. Like a lot of people or Sinister. All the Sinister movies.
Sinister was
garbage. They're so bad. I hate them. And everybody's like, "Oh, they're so scary." I'm like, no, they're not.
No, Blumhouse, in my opinion, is the Battleship of scary movie franchises. You're either going to hit and sink a battleship and have one of the scariest movies out there, or it's just a complete miss and you have no idea. You're just throwing darts on the board.
Right.
So, yeah.
I mean, and people are going to go see scary. Like, if it's scary, it doesn't matter if it's good. Like, people are going to go see a scary movie on their date night. I guess their other Netflix and chill night now. Speaking of which, I know I'm getting sidetracked on my sidetrack.
Are you?
But I saw also, did you know that Hulu is owned by Disney? Like, yeah, because we were watching something on Hulu, and it was like it was a commercial for it was a trailer for Artemis Fowl coming out. It's going to stream on Disney Plus. And we were like, that's weird. That's like being DirecTV and showing like a Time Warner Cable ad. It's just like, but it makes sense now.
All under the same umbrella. Yep.
They own the world. But the movie trailer that I saw is for a movie called You Should Have Left, starring Kevin Bacon. And I might be saying this wrong. She's
Amanda Seyfried.
Seyfried. Okay.
Yep.
I know how to say her last name. I know how to say Amanda.
I say that very confidently, but I'm about 40% sure that that's how it is.
I know I'll tell you what, there haven't been a whole lot of movies I've seen her in that I've really enjoyed her. I said it. I know a lot of people. Oh, she was like the dopey girl in that, wasn't she?
The one that had ESPN. Yeah.
Tried to make Fetch happen or something like that.
No, that was the other one.
That was the other one. Okay.
Yeah, that was Gretchen. No.
Hey. But this has Kevin Bacon in it, and it's called You Should Have Left. Couple buys a house, got a kid. Kid's name is not Jude. Husband's name's not Kevin Bacon. Played by Kevin Bacon, and they're like measuring the walls inside, and like it's like 21 feet from one wall to the other, and they go outside and they measure the same wall, and it's like 26 feet. Like, how does that work? Or no, sorry, other way around. It's 26 feet on the inside, 21 feet on the outside. They're like that doesn't.
That's even weirder.
Lots of weird stuff starts happening in the house. He's like, somebody wrote in my journal and like scribbled it in his, you need to leave. And it's like, you should have left. It's too late now.
No.
So I'm definitely going to go see it.
Right.
Or watch it at home, whatever happens to happen. Man, I'll tell you what, my favorite genre, even though it's like majority garbage, is horror movies. I love horror movies so much. Even though I'd say it's a 40-60 split. Like 40% decent to good, 60% garbage, but you're already 45 minutes into it, so you finished it anyways.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Man, we need to do like next time we do like a mini-sode type deal, we'll rank our favorite horror movies.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah. I mean, what? Just leak that. Oops.
That's all right. So there's a movie that I haven't seen the trailer for, but I'm excited about, and I think that we're going to be talking about it soon.
You think it's bad?
Oh, just wait.
Oh,
it is called The Last Crime in America.
The Last Crime in America.
Yes, or of America, or something like that. It's on Netflix. It came out on the 5th.
Yeah,
and it has a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh.
0%. Not that I could recognize.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So the government, right? So the government, after like not being able to stop crime, figures out this signal that they can broadcast all throughout America that will stop people from committing crimes.
Right. The no crime signal.
Right. A no crime signal, which should work unless you're deaf, and then you can't hear that signal. I don't know how the science is.
Is this movie just deaf people killing each other? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
No, I don't think so, because I think that like it starts before that signal happens, and it's about these two people that are trying to like rob a bank before the signal goes off, and 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. I haven't heard a single good thing about it.
Oh man, I'm so excited.
I know.
We'll have to do a regular old episode for that one.
We should. Yeah, that'll be fun.
We need to get back to that. The bad movies as well as
right,
all the Marvel movies. But that's what we're here to talk about today. We're here to talk about a Marvel movie, a cinematic Marvel, if you will.
Yes.
I think that's the first time we made that joke, and I feel very proud of it. But the movie we're talking about is
Iron Man 3.
3, baby.
The third.
3? Just 3. This is
3.
6. Too many.
Yeah, that's 6. But 3. Iron Man 3. It is chapter 1 of phase 2.
Chapter 1 of phase 2.
Yes.
All right.
So the Avengers have happened. The things from Avengers have happened, and everyone's going back to their own separate places, and we pick right up with Iron Man, with Tony Stark. What do you think of this movie overall?
I have conflicted feelings because I really enjoyed it. But there are some things that were done specific ways that I didn't enjoy as much.
Okay.
Overall, very positive.
Really?
But yeah, I would say this is ranking higher on my list.
Ooh.
I mean, I guess I have like a halfway point now.
Yeah.
So I think it's above the halfway point.
Okay.
But I enjoyed it. It was good.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I enjoyed it this time too. I enjoyed it a lot more than I liked it the first time. The first time I was not a big fan of this movie, and after watching it again, I liked it a lot more.
Yeah,
it was a lot more fun.
It's good.
I wouldn't say fun. This is not a fun movie.
No, it's kind of a bummer, honestly.
No, yeah, Ben Kingsley is fun.
Yeah,
that part of the movie was good. But it's not. It does not have a fun feel to this movie throughout the entire thing.
And I think that's why I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't so I mean, not that I wouldn't say I guess there's some funny parts in it. I mean, Tony Stark's still goofy. Like he still has got his buying his girlfriend a giant bunny with boobs, like sense of humor. But like he's going through some stuff in this movie.
He is.
It alters the way that I mean. They start the movie off right away being like basically telling you he's literally saying I'm a different person than I used to be, which is cool, and I like that.
And like this movie is different than all the other ones is because he's narrating it throughout the entire movie. Like
Right.
he throughout the entire movie, he's narrating the movie, which I liked because it helped move things along. It helped really give a oversight of how Tony was thinking, how he was feeling at the time. And then after the end of the credits, we find out who he was narrating the story to.
Yeah.
Did you watch Okay.
I did.
Yeah.
Are we going to talk about that now?
Might as well. Because it kind of opens up what I liked about the movie.
Like?
Yeah, we'll talk about what we do like.
Okay, that's not on my do like section. No, I didn't like that. But we'll get to that in a minute. Okay. I really enjoyed watching, like I said it in Iron Man 1. I said it in Iron Man 2. Tony Stark just wasn't a relatable human being to interact with. And watching
he kind of was.
Watching him have struggles and like deal with some real life issues was fun not fun, but it made him more relatable. Yeah.
Yes.
I liked how I feel like there was so much. I felt like what's the bad guy's name in Iron Man 2 with the whips?
Not Drago. Ivan.
It
was a Russian name.
He seemed so just like, we need a bad guy for this movie, let's make one.
Right.
And like this guy seemed like he had purpose. Like he's upset for a reason. It's not just like,
right,
I'm gonna make electricity whips because my dad and your dad were angry at each other. Like, it's like he had issues with him, and I felt like the way it was nice to watch Tony Stark be matched up with somebody who was like pretty similar intellect level, like in watching his suit not be such a crutch for him because he just like kept melting it and stuff like that kept happening. Right. Like he was having issues with himself, and it was just cool to watch.
Well, what I really liked was that like Tony Stark, everything that like came up against Tony Stark in this movie was a factor of his own making. Like if he actually met that guy up on the roof that day,
right,
or that night, he probably wouldn't have to be facing him right now. If he didn't blow off that girl after New Year's Eve back in the day, she probably wouldn't have turned on him either. So like a lot of that stuff, everything was from his own making, and it was his past coming back to haunt him, which with a guy that lives as if he has no personal like responsibility to anything.
Right.
That it's a really good story to tell of everything coming back to really bite him in the butt.
Yeah, I thought so as well. Everything about this movie is just it's essentially a big Tony's fighting with himself.
Right.
Like, which is really cool.
Very cool.
Whether it be his anxiety and PTSD from being thrown through a giant wormhole, which I would have to admit would probably screw me up quite a bit. Yeah. And then falling 1,000 feet to the ground and just
barely being caught by the Hulk.
Yeah.
So what I liked, what worked for me, was exactly what you said. His PTSD. He had PTSD from the Avengers, and what was so interesting to me was that everyone acted as if it was just like an annoyance to them. Like Pepper Potts was like, "Oh, you're just out there tinkering on more suits, and when are you going to actually start acting normal?" And then when he freaks out at the restaurant with Rhodes was like, "This doesn't look good, buddy. What are you doing? Figure it out." He hadn't
get
slept yourself together. Right,
72 hours. It said
right. He's like, get yourself together. And every single time that Iron Man or Tony Stark was showing like PTSD and like really mentally breaking down, everyone was like, "Come on, man, toughen up, man up." And it really shone a light, which I didn't see the first time I saw this movie. I didn't really get that. Even I was on Pepper Potts and Roadside. I was like, "Oh man, come on, just be Iron Man, man."
Right.
Like, get your crap together. Like, get it all together. Put it in a bag. Put it in a backpack. It doesn't matter. Get a backpack. Put it in there. Whatever it is, just get it all together. And that's what I was thinking. I was thinking, like, man, this is such a slow. Like, I want Iron Man. This is called Iron Man, not Tony Stark. And so, watching it again, I got to really feel the personal level of what Tony Stark was going through.
Yeah, as being an adult who overthinks things and probably has more anxiety than they should, like, it helped me connect a lot more, which was good.
Yeah. So what didn't work for you?
I didn't like. This is where I have the conflicted feelings about this. Is like the whole kid subplot.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was. I felt really forced. I didn't think it flowed. Like, I understandably, like, he had to get to this town to investigate what happened there, so that he could. I don't know. I didn't like the kid's involvement in the whole thing. What was the thing I said? I didn't like the after credit scene. Scene where it's just like Tony talking to the Hulk.
Yeah.
To Bruce Banner. I'm like, this is stupid.
Right.
Like, I didn't like that at all.
It was another extension of him having PTSD and trying to express it, and then another person was just like, yeah, whatever. Like, literally falling asleep on him. And it was the first time that. Hold on 1 second. Let me.
It's the first.
No,
time.
that's not included in my trivia questions for you. So I didn't want to. You
didn't want to spoil yourself.
I didn't want to spoil myself. So, and it's the first time that they didn't tease something. A future event happening in an Iron Man movie. So, like, both the first Iron Man and the second Iron Man teased something that was coming up, and they didn't do that this time. But I think it was a lot.
Iron Man 4, is there?
Nope.
Okay.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Not yet. So this movie was directed by Shane Black.
Okay.
Which is different than, like, the first movie that was not directed by Jon Favreau.
Okay.
Or first Iron Man movie.
This one wasn't directed by Jon Favreau?
No, he got to play Happy without having to direct as well.
Said that he was directing in it. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. You did your research. You got the trivia questions.
You are wrong. So. It's not that you could be. You are.
All right. I'll take your word on it.
But yeah, Shane Black, which I think is a very good director and, like, one of my favorite action directors, and he did a really good job at this. So,
yeah, absolutely. The action scenes were super cool, man. Like, I thought I both liked the idea and didn't like the idea of, like, the swarm of suits. I didn't like it because it made his fighting seem less intentional. It made it seem like his suits were disposable, which ultimately in the end they were. Like, he blows them all up at the end anyways. But I was like, I don't know. I felt like it that didn't align with, like, the way that he fought people before. Like, he was more, I guess the guy's made of lava, or not made of lava, but, like, he's very can generate a great amount of heat. But
the extremist thing,
yeah, I don't know. I didn't like it. Like, I thought it was a weird thing. The drones, especially since I think he fought so hard against it in the second movie.
Right.
So
I agree. It was weird. But I mean, it was a cool way to end the movie. Like, that final fight scene was just with all those extremist guys jumping from one place to another, and then getting taken out by Iron Man suits, and, like, jumping from one Iron Man suit to another Iron Man suit.
Yeah,
it made it really fun to watch.
Now, do these alternate Iron Man suits have, like, a hold in actual comic book lore? Like, is there
most of them? Yes.
Okay, because there was like the one that was big and bulky that was, like, lifting stuff up, and they all looked different. So I didn't know if
Yeah, I don't know enough about the comic book lore to really like say, yeah, this is from this one, this is from that one. But from what I know, each one had its own special place in the Iron Man comic history.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that was cool.
So I honestly, like, I can't believe we've been talking almost a half hour about this, and we've missed the one part that is probably the most controversial scene in the entire movie.
All right, tell me about it.
So the Mandarin is in Iron Man comics the biggest villain that Iron Man faces. Like, he is, he is the Joker to Iron Man's Batman. Right. So the Mandarin is the Joker, like, is the Joker to Iron Man. Like, if
is
the Joker to Iron Man, yeah.
Does it played out the same way?
No.
Nope. Okay. Like, the Mandarin is his own character. He's not like a TV character that's been
Yeah. No. This is completely new. Like, this was a completely new twist that none of the comic book readers, like all the comic book fans, were really expecting. And a lot of comic book fans were really upset about it because they were expecting the Mandarin for like the entire time that they advertised this movie. Like, they were talking about this movie coming out. Every trailer really hyped up the Mandarin, and they said it and made it seem as if it was going to be a huge battle between Iron Man and the Mandarin. And it
was just not in the way that you thought it would be.
Right. And
I really enjoyed the Mandarin. Like, same. I thought, like, not knowing the comic books and all that, I really enjoyed, first of all, Ben Kingsley, hilarious. Like,
amazing. Yeah.
Just a fantastic, and I was bummed out because I think I've seen at some point in time the scene where he's like, no, listen, like, before. So I had that spoiled for me going into it. But it still made me laugh when he was like, he's just like a druggy, drunk, alcoholic actor. And he doesn't know anything. And he gets pulled up to like the group of like news crews, and he's like, "Oh, hello, everyone." Like, at the end, it made me smile.
And it was done so well. Like, you did not expect it. Like, if you weren't spoiled by it, you probably would have not expected it to happen. And everyone was like, there was such a mystery about the Mandarin all the way up to that scene.
Yeah.
Because you really don't see him much other than the few like clips that they showed when they took over the airwaves. But man, Ben Kingsley just took that thing and ran with it.
Another thing that I didn't like.
Yeah.
You just reminded me about like twists and stuff. The scene where everybody's falling out of the airplane. Okay, hear me out.
Yeah.
They all save each other 60 feet from the ground.
Yeah.
Nope.
No.
Nope. Like, if you're coming up with any force on that, like those people were just gonna smack into the water and disintegrate. Like,
yeah, but he got them all to chain together and
saved realistically as many people he could fit in his arms. I will give you that. But those people who don't have mechanized suits, who are supposed to just hold other human beings and keep probably like whoever's at the top of the chain, keeping them from dropping 5 or 6 people below them. Like, if I can't hang from a monkey bar for like a minute, but you're telling me like a 120-pound lady can hold 600 pounds of human being with her right hand and then hold on to Iron Man with her left hand? No, doesn't happen. Those people are dead. Sorry. But like when he hit the truck and disintegrated it, and then he was using the drone, that surprised me, and that would make me smile. That was the surprise that reminded me of what I didn't like.
True. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't mind it. It was a cool scene.
Yeah.
And teamwork and
no. If you're on the Facebook chat, I'm watching right now. Let me know. Did you like that scene? Did you not like that scene? Have you seen the movie? Is this your first time here on the podcast?
I liked it. I'm going to say it. I liked it. I thought it was clever. I thought that was the best way to save all of them at the same time. And
was
Tony Stark.
No. Sorry, I didn't mean to yell. I apologize for yelling.
So you're okay with a guy like being able to heat his body up to be able to melt iron?
He's genetically modified. These are regular butt people.
For all you know.
No, that's baloney.
You're okay with that? Like
Michelle,
he's able to like.
Michelle in the chat says, "I don't remember the scene, but I agree with Zane." Thank you.
Of course,
Michelle.
she does. Thanks, Michelle. Thanks, Michelle.
Yeah, because it's
real cool of you.
Like, I'm all cool. Like, I understand like superheroes are superheroes, and like superhero movies in general are unrealistic. But like when it comes to human beings doing human being things, that doesn't hold for me. We got 4 people watching. What's up, 4 people?
What's up, guys? Thanks for watching.
I mean, I could probably keep crapping on this movie if you want, which I shouldn't, because like I said, and if we get to our power rankings,
let's get to our power rankings. Actually, I
put this one higher on my list. Michelle says, "Cause science." Cause science. That's right. But yeah, I put this one higher up on my list. I've got. What do we have before? We have Captain America #1. I think
Captain America #1.
Number 2 before.
Iron Man's #2. Yeah.
And I had the Avengers, and then I had Iron Man 2, and then I had Thor, and then I had the Hulk.
The Incredible Hulk.
The Hulk is gonna stay at the bottom spot.
It is.
Are
you sure?
If it moves, I will be so surprised. But I put this one in between Iron Man 1 and the Avengers. I liked it more than I liked the Avengers because, like I said, I was relating to it a lot more.
Right.
I liked the getting together of everybody in the Avengers, but I didn't like the plot line of the Avengers. That being said, what kept it for me from beating Iron Man, because I feel like I do like it more than Iron Man 1. Like I do. Which is why I struggle with putting it just below Iron Man 1.
Yeah, why do you put it below Iron Man 1? I don't get that.
There was something about it.
I mean, even though I did too, but that's all right.
I feel like Iron Man 1 is the origin story of Iron Man. And you're getting all the information, and it's this overcoming. I don't know. It's not really overcoming a whole lot. I don't know why, but I do.
So if the airplane
says put it right below Iron Man.
Okay, so if the airplane rescue scene wasn't in the movie at all,
well then we
would it go up? You might move it. Okay.
No.
All right. So I ranked them all. I ranked all of these before.
Yep.
Before we started, and where do you think I ranked this one? Out of 23.
Well, you just said it was below Iron Man,
right? Which I ranked Iron Man 11th.
Okay. Where do you have Iron Man 2 at?
Iron Man 2 is 19. And
I gotta say,
Captain America was at 18.
Okay, so it's above. I would think you put it above Captain America. I would say it's probably 16, 15, 16.
So close. 17. It is 17, right above Captain America and then Iron Man 2.
Which we both agree, for the record, that you now, when we go to a re-rank later, that
it might change.
Moving up the list.
Captain America is probably moving up the list. This one might even move up the list as well.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a re-ranking at the end once
you watch them all.
I'm plugging and playing right now, but once I have the whole in front of me, I might reassess.
That's a good idea. So
what happens? What's going on, Josh? What's going on, Nick? You guys, welcome to the podcast, y'all.
Hey guys.
Hey. But yeah, I don't know. That's how I feel about it, man. That's its spot, man.
Yeah,
I'm surprised that it's as low as it is. I guess you said you did like it more watching it this time than you did.
Right. I did not like it the first time really that much because.
Also, I like Don Cheadle a lot more in this than I did in the last.
Yeah, he was very good.
Yeah, he was funny. He was. he still seems way older than his character should be. But
True.
you can't. I guess you could. Going back to Tron, like you could Jeff Bridges him, make him look a couple years younger.
That's not a bad idea.
When I was watching that, I was looking at it, I was like, man, he looks like a video game dude. Like he doesn't even look real. Like, and I get that it's computer simulation and everything, but it was weird.
Yeah. So the Stan Lee cameo, where'd you put yourself on that? Number one?
Number one. That was hilarious. For all of you who don't remember what happened with Stan Lee's cameo in this movie, he's at like a
bikini contest,
like a
bikini contest in the middle of Tennessee,
and he's just like a judge, and he just puts number 10 up. He's just
number
like
10,
old dude, and it makes me smile so much. Yeah, I saw it. I was like, that's better than you. As soon as I saw it, like my immediate thought was, that's new number one. Like that one made me laugh hardest. Yeah,
that's good. Yeah. I'll agree with you.
You put it at number one so far?
I would say so, yeah.
Wow. More than the truck. The truck was your number one last week.
I thought the truck was fun. But I really like this one.
That's funny. Yeah.
I really like this one. This one was just it was as you said, was funny. And what's really interesting is I just read a article. Stan Lee said that like they cut half of his cameo out of the movie. Like it was supposed to be a lot longer than what it was.
Was he like supposed to be raunchy or something?
I have no idea. He didn't really say, but they said that they filmed a good 10 minutes of footage for his cameo, and they only showed that one part of him saying "tan."
Oh, Daniel, welcome to the chat. Sorry, I'm just trying to acknowledge people as they come in. We got 6 people. I don't know who all of them are.
Wow.
Gosh, Michelle, Nick, Daniel, y'all.
Thanks, guys.
They left. They heard me, and they went, "Nope, we're out of here."
Sounds about right. Yeah, makes sense.
But
all right. Are you ready? Are you ready for the big part? Oh, go ahead.
If you had to give this a score,
score,
what would you give it?
Well, you do know that Rotten Tomatoes is either good or bad, and that score. I'm not
quizzing you on the score. I'm just saying, like, if you had to give it a percentage, if you were giving it a number out of 100, what's your number on this movie?
Out of 100, I'd say it's like 75.
75?
Yeah,
that seems good. I'm gonna give like I don't know. I feel like when you really fall in love with a movie, like that's the top 5% of movies,
right?
But from like 94 to like 80 is like I like this movie.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I'd give it like an 82. I'd probably put it in the upper echelon of
that's not.
I feel like that's
not bad.
That seems fair, right?
Yeah.
All right, now we can.
I'm okay with that. All right, here we go.
Questions wrong.
That's right.
It's the trivia segment. That's why we're Spoiler Rotten Movies. The game
trivia time. Yeah. So this is going to be a fun one because none of these questions really have anything to do with what you saw on the movie. So I'm not like saying like what kind of shirt was he wearing? I'm not going to go into that.
Watching and you're like,
I know.
All right, and that's no fun.
No, but all of these, what if you did your research, would have been really easy to find.
You know, I watched this today. I'm not doing research.
I don't care.
All right.
I want to make it hard on you. All right. So
let's go.
Question 1. Pepper Potts.
Pepper Potts
wearing the iron suit is a nod to her one-time career as the superheroine in the comic book series Invincible Iron Man. What was her superhero name? Was it Iron Woman, Iron Girl, Sizzle, or Rescue?
Here's my thing.
Here's your thing.
It's because as I was watching her fall from the scaffolding like hundreds of feet into the fire at the end of the movie, I was like, I know she's not dead because she's got this whatever it is in her body.
Right.
Is that part of the Mandarin's story?
I don't think so.
Okay, so like the whole genetically modifying people to turn
the extremist thing, really, I don't know for sure.
Yeah,
but I don't think it has anything to do with Iron Man series.
As at the end of the movie came, I was like, man, is Pepper Potts gonna be is she gonna like start fighting crime? Like, going forward. That would be kind of a cool.
That would have been cool.
Which is why I think Sizzle would work if she was still like melting things.
Right.
Iron Woman, Iron Girl, Sizzle, or Rescue. Man, I don't have any idea. I feel Iron Woman is too on the nose.
Because they've never done that before with like.
Yeah, but here's like the thing. Like I don't. Having done it so many times before, like would they do it again here? Like, is this the time they wouldn't? I'm gonna go. Let's go with Rescue.
You are correct. It is Rescue.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Great job. All right. So, question 2. This movie takes place during Christmas.
Yes, it does.
How many other Shane Black directed movies take place during Christmas?
I don't know any other movies he's directed.
Oh, man, that's terrible. So, A, 2.
He's just not going to give me anything?
B, 3. C, 4.
Dude.
Or D, 5. I will give you one. It's at least 2. So, I will tell you one of the movies that he has directed is Lethal Weapon, which does take place during Christmas. So it's at least 1. Actually, it's at least 2 because that's the first one.
At least 2, yeah. Because all right, so it's at least 3 because I don't think you would say the Christmas thing if there wasn't another movie on top of Lethal Weapon.
Right, it's other Shane Black Christmas directed movies. So. Not including Iron Man 3.
Gotcha. Could I ask the chat? Does anybody know in the chat? Anybody in the chat? What's his name?
Do you need a phone a friend?
I phone a friend. I've never I can kind of logic my way through other stuff. I have no idea.
Oh man.
Any other movies this guy's directed. In the chat, what's his name? Shane
Black.
Shane Black.
What's sad is there's a very long delay. So you're asking this now and it's just now hitting.
I know. And I'm hoping somebody, a good Samaritan's going to be like, no, I got you here. Man, I got nothing. I'm looking at it happen. I'm looking at my delay right here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. All right. I just got to go out on a limb. I'm going to go with 5. Final answer.
So close. It is C4.
No.
Yeah. So other than Iron Man 3, it's Lethal Weapon.
Okay.
The Last Boy Scout with Bruce Willis.
I have no idea what that is.
Oh, it's a really good movie.
Okay.
The Long Kiss Goodnight with Samuel L. Jackson.
I don't know what that is either.
Oh man. And my personal favorite of Shane Black, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Haven't seen that either.
With I think it's Robert Downey Jr. in that one too.
I haven't seen it.
Oh man.
Well,
that sucks.
I feel screwed by that question for the
rest. That's terrible. Oh man.
That seem fair. But
Zane is wrong. 1 versus Zane is right. 1. Scoreboard is up and you are tied.
You're a turd.
So, question 3 of 5. So you have still plenty of time.
Yep.
To get back into to win this one.
You got 5 questions this week. I'm so proud.
I have 5 questions. Yes. This movie is the first MCU movie to have what?
Iron Man 3 in the title.
Is it A, no scenes with Samuel L. Jackson? B, the first movie that was shot entirely digital? C, was entirely dubbed in Chinese by the original actors?
Okay.
Or D, to not include a Stan Lee cameo?
Okay, so we know Stan Lee's in it.
Yes.
Okay. Samuel L. Jackson. All right, let's think about this. The first one to not include. Nick, you're so late on it, man. He's so late. Thank you you said Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
Is Val Kilmer during Christmas?
Val Kilmer's in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Van Wilder, like the movie Van Wilder. Might be.
Not the same person, oddly enough. No. No.
Samuel L. Jackson. Okay. Was he I don't think he was in the Hulk. Was he?
Don't ask me. I'm the one asking questions.
We both reviewed these movies. Let's work through this together.
I already know the answer.
Well, you're a turd. I don't think it's the Samuel L. Jackson thing because I don't think
Okay.
he's in the Hulk. I don't know. What? Was he in the Hulk? What was the after credit scene in the Hulk? No, the end of the movie is him like sitting there meditating.
Mm-hmm.
But the after credit scene, possibly. Let's go with Samuel L. Jackson because I don't know if it's right or not.
Incorrect. Samuel L. Jackson was not in The Incredible Hulk at all.
Okay.
And he was also not in Thor.
I didn't think he was in Thor. I was like, I know what's his Coulson's in there. Son of Cole.
Yeah, Son of Cole.
Yeah.
It is the first movie to be shot entirely digitally.
That was my backup answer. I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I remember, I don't know if we talked about this. There was like a drive-in theater locally that was having issues like paying for the projectors for digital production instead of film projection.
Right.
Like those projectors cost so much money.
Yeah.
And there was like going to possibly be an issue with them maybe closing. Sorry, I'm like adjusting here. I said that.
That's all right.
Then maybe having to close down because they couldn't afford it, but they ended up doing it. So I was like trying to remember when in time that was.
Mhm.
But all right. So I'm down.
All right.
I got one right and two wrong.
One right, two wrong.
I can still come out on top.
Question 4.
Oh man, I see your smile. I hate it.
How many Academy Awards did this movie get nominated for?
No! Okay.
Is it A, 0,
Hmm.
B, 1, C, 2, or D, 3?
0, 1, 2, or 3. Those are really
0, 1, 2, or 3.
You're not going to give me like a 27. Like,
No.
it's a crazy out there number.
Or E,
You suck.
42.
You suck.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nick, by the way, for earlier trying to get to me on the delay there. But
That's all right.
Hmm.
Don't cheat, Nick. It's not good.
Nick, help me out. How many Academy Awards does this movie have? Let's. What are the categories? Because I don't think it was winning like best film of the year.
No.
Because there's always that. There's the Oscar-worthy movies. Like those are the ones that that they go to. Academy Awards. That's the same as the Oscars.
Okay. All right. So I'll give you this just so you can get an idea of like what other movies were nominated that time. This is the year that 12 Years a Slave won Best Picture.
Okay.
And Gravity won 7 of the awards.
Ooh.
But not Best Picture.
Can I say that I hate that movie? Not because it's bad.
Gravity?
But it's terrifying.
Oh yeah.
Like the scenes where she's in space, like not tethered to anything. Dude, like I got so anxious watching that.
Mm-hmm.
Like that freaked me out so much. Nick says it's E, which doesn't help
me. Yeah, E42.
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 Let's go. I'm sure they got something for. This is nominations, right? Not
nominations, not wins.
Let's go with. I'm going to go 2 because all I can think of is like makeup and like CGI graphics.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to call that. That's 2. Final answer.
Incorrect. It was only 1.
4. Do you know?
Visual effects. Best visual effects.
Okay. So I had that at least. Like,
yeah, you were close. You were very close. Still wrong. Which leads us to question number 5.
Let me get 2 out of these 5, please. I don't have just 1. The one I got was on a yes.
All right. Question 5.
Yes.
Iron Man 3 did not win Best Visual Effects.
What?
But what movie did?
Oh, Jesus.
Is it A, Gravity, B, The Hobbit, Desolation of Smaug,
I was thinking The Hobbit.
C, The Lone Ranger, or D, Star Trek Into Darkness? Those are the other 4 movies that were nominated for Best Visual Effects along with Iron Man 3, just so you know.
So The Lone Ranger, that's a Johnny Depp one, right?
Johnny Depp, yeah, as Tonto. And
didn't that movie like do critically awful?
Oh yeah, it was bad.
Okay, so I'm gonna take them off the board. I don't think it was, Iron Man didn't win it.
Right.
I
just said that.
I know. I didn't see Smog. I didn't see
Smog?
Hobbit. The Hobbit I own, and it was good.
Like the original cartoon version?
No. I own the
first.
Yeah, the Hobbit one. Just
the hour. The hour and a half cartoon that they stretched into 3-hour movies.
I really liked the first Hobbit movie. Like, real talk. Like, I don't know if you're a Lord of the Rings guy or not.
I'm not.
You're not. I really liked the first. I felt better about the first Hobbit movie than I did about most of the Lord of the Rings movies. That being said, I didn't see the other 2, so I don't know what the rest of the trilogy looks like. Hobbit looked good though.
Hobbit did look good.
I gotta say, like, Lord of the Rings stuff takes it every year, right? It's gotta be the Lord of the Rings. They're the Hobbit, right? It's gotta be the Hobbit, right?
Is it?
Right?
Is that your final answer?
Right?
It was Gravity.
Damn it! No! No!
Gravity took that one along with 6 other wins, which gave it the biggest night of that year's Oscars.
Michelle
went to Gravity.
Michelle says that's because The Hobbit is for kids.
Wow.
She's rude.
She's right. She's right. But yeah, I remember actually tweeting during this during this Academy Awards. I'm like, wow, I'm really liking these Gravity Awards, because it might as well have been called the Gravity Awards that year.
Right.
It just felt like they won everything, and then it like a punch to the face when 12 Years a Slave won Best Picture. It was incredible.
I guess it didn't pull its weight.
Oh, a Gravity joke. Science. Oh, all right. So your MVP for Iron Man 3 is?
You give me yours. Because
mine?
I feel like you're going to say Ben Kingsley.
Really?
Yeah. Because that's not mine. But I feel like that's what people are going to say the obvious choice is. But I don't think the MVP is.
To me,
yeah,
the MVP is the kid. I love that kid. That kid was awesome.
I didn't like
he was funny.
I didn't like him.
I liked him. This is my time to talk about the MVP. You don't have to keep interrupting me because the kid was awesome. He was he was a cool guy. And he really
he was annoying. He was like here's my thing with that. Like Tony was like, hey, just don't talk about this. And this kid is like a little engineer on his own, like doing his own thing. Like obviously likes Tony Stark and whatever. And then he's like, hey, just don't talk about this one thing. And he's like, oh, did you think that one thing that you told me not to talk about? You want to talk about that one thing? And I'm like, I want to punch this kid right in the face, man. I hate this kid.
It was great. It was great.
Literally having a panic attack. And the kid's like, do you want me to talk about the thing more? Like, shut up, kid. Get out. Get out. No. MVP of this movie, without a doubt, Pepper Potts.
Yeah.
Hands down.
She killed it.
Yeah.
Like there was more character development for Pepper Potts in this movie than the other 2 movies combined.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Absolutely. I'm gonna ask the chat. Who's your MVP in this movie? Let me know.
Who's your MVP, chat?
Also, I'm gonna turn off the chat here soon because I got to turn on the episode music.
That's right.
Say lots of mean stuff about me. Say lots of mean stuff about Travis. Say lots of nice stuff about both of us. We're nice people.
Yeah, whatever you want to do. I'm not your mom.
I'm not. You're not my dad. Pepper Potts, like when she wore the suit and like she immediately instinctively saved Tony. I thought that was pretty cool.
That's great.
And then like at the very end, she crawls out of the fire, slaps one of the projectile shooters on her arms, and like just like I was like, that was so cool. And then she was like, "Oh, it's so violent." Like it's made me laugh.
My question is, in the first Iron Man, it took a really long time for Tony Stark to learn how to like use his suit,
right,
and be able to fly. It goes on Pepper Potts, and she saves Tony Stark immediately, without question, with no training in those suits whatsoever. I didn't like that. That was unrealistic, more unrealistic than the airplane saving part.
Okay, first of all, absolutely not more unrealistic than that. Second of all, I think it would go without saying that being around Tony Stark in the Iron Man suit, as much as that she has been, that wasn't a real sentence, as much as she has been, like maybe she's picked up a trick or two, like maybe a tip or trick or two, like she's picked up some insider information, having been around it as much, seeing how he does the things. Like he was figuring this out from the ground floor, like and she's like, oh, like I've seen him do it, like he does this with his hand, like
that's all it is, just doing this.
Michelle says that Pepper is a better Iron Man than Tony, which I don't know if I agree with, but
that's a bold statement.
My MVP for the movie, absolutely my MVP.
I can't disagree with you. I just wanted to pick at something to make it seem make your
you just wanted to be angry at me because I was
make
angry.
your airplane idea not have as much ground. Yeah. But anyway, so are you ready for next week? Oh,
what's
next week? Next week. Let me make sure. I believe it is Thor: The Dark World.
Thor: The Dark World.
Yes, the sequel to Thor.
Okay,
Thor 2.
About it. This isn't.
Oh man,
the Hulk in it, is it?
That?
This is. I know the Hulk is in another Thor movie. This isn't that one, is it?
No, this is not the one with Hulk. No.
Okay.
But yeah, this is gonna be a fun one to talk about. I'll say that. Yeah, I'm excited about revisiting Thor 2: The Dark World.
The Dark World.
That's right. So, any final thoughts on Iron Man 3? We are closing the book. This is the last Iron Man movie.
Oh man, it makes me so sad because I've enjoyed, and like the majority of movies we've watched so far have been Iron Man movies, right. But I've enjoyed the trip.
Right, definitely not the last time we see Iron Man.
No, I know
he's in a lot more movies, but this is the last standalone Iron Man movie that we will be talking about through the first 3 phases.
I got nothing. I think I made my peace with everything. I think the airplane scene's stupid. I think Pepper Potts is the GOAT.
Okay.
That's about it.
Yeah. All right. Well, as I said, website we're still working on, and we'll be getting that up soon, eventually.
We said it's going to be out next week, like 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, yeah. It's a lot harder to make a website than I remembered it was. I had a lot of time.
You need to get that Cousin Vinny sponsorship. If anybody knows anybody at Cousin Vinny's, let us know. We want the sponsor.
Or any sponsorship. I'll sponsor. You guys want to give me $5? I'll say your name on the
Patreon. There we go. That's what that is.
Yeah.
Sponsored by 99-cent bottles from the dollar store. Boom.
Is it a 99-cent store or a dollar store?
Dollar General. I think it's 99 cents is what it said. It just says bottle. But it came from the dollar store, I think. Anyway.
So it's $1 or 99 cents?
Listen, man. It's complicated. It's complicated.
Is it?
It is. Yeah, I'm stalling because I turned my phone all the way down so I could put the music on. But all right, everybody. Thank you so much for listening to Spoiled Rotten Movies, the game show extravaganza. We are available on Anchor, Breaker,
that's right.
Podcast, iTunes, Spotify, Radio Public, Overcast, and wherever you get your podcast from.
That's right.
Check us out on Facebook and YouTube every Monday night. We might be switching that actually going forward. We'll see what happens with that.
Right.
But check us out on Twitter at Rotten Boys. Boys is spelled BOIS. Rotten _
Yes.
On Instagram, Spoil Rotten Movies. And we'll promise to do better next time.
This has been Spoiled Rotten Movies.
We love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Freeze frame.